What happens when you add one push-up every day for 100 days? Well, let's find out. I've been working out in the gym for about 3 years now, and bodyweight exercises are brilliant. And the push-up is a great one to target the chest and triceps and a small part of the shoulder muscles. Personally, I've always been pretty good at push-ups, and so I'm hoping this challenge will help me get even better at them due to my good strength to weight ratio. But I'm also hoping it will develop my chest and tricep muscles a little bit more. The way this challenge works is simple. I will add one push-up every day for 100 days. So day 1 will be one push-up. Day 2, I will add one to that to make 2 push-ups. Day 3, 3 push-ups, and so on and so forth until eventually I will get to day 100 where I will perform 100 push-ups. To start with, this challenge was pretty easy as I was only doing small amounts of push-ups each day and I could get it done all in one sitting. However, when I reached the likes of about 50 push-ups, it got a lot more challenging and I started to spread them out throughout the day. This was because I started to notice that my form would break down, my hips would kind of bend into the floor as my core gave way, and overall my form just wasn't good and it wasn't therefore targeting my chest and triceps as much as it should be. Another reason I started spreading them out was because I was training quite close to failure when I was doing 50 to 60 push-ups, and that started to take its toll on me physically. I started noticing a bit of pain around my elbows and also shoulder muscles, and so spreading them out like this meant that it wasn't as difficult and I wasn't training as intense, and therefore just allowed them a bit of time to recover. So when I got to the likes of 60 push-ups in a day, I started spreading them out. I did this through 3 sets of 20 reps throughout the day, something like before my breakfast, 20 then before my lunch, and then 20 before dinner. And that way it just made it more manageable. It's also important to note that during this time frame, I've also been going to the gym as well as doing these push-ups. So during this, I was following a full body split, and I've also followed an upper lower push-pull leg split, so a 3-day a week and a 5-day a week version of this. So that also contributed to volume in my training, as well as obviously I was doing other chest exercises like the bench press, incline dumbbell bench press, and also pec fly. On the topic of training volume, it's also really important that I mention I trained and ran my first ever marathon this year, which I did in a time of 2 hours, 53 minutes and 34 seconds, which I was absolutely chuffed about. Training wise, I've certainly been doing a lot this year, and whether that contributes to my results, we shall see. Speaking of doing a lot of training, I was also doing a lot of eating. At the start of this challenge, I weighed around 130 pounds, which is roughly 59 kilograms. And because of all my training with running and also being in the gym, I was eating at least 3,000 calories most days. Despite this though, my weight stayed pretty consistent throughout the course of the 100 days. And so there was little to no fluctuations at the end of the 100 days. My diet consisted of mainly whole foods. I made sure to get 150 grams of protein a day, which is well over the recommended 1 gram per pound of body weight. Also making sure to eat plenty of carbs and also healthy fats. And personally, I think I have a pretty well balanced diet for my needs. However, back to the training and the push-ups. I kept grinding away, adding 1 push-up each day until eventually I reached day 100. At this point in time, I did 25 reps for 4 sets to hit that 100 goal. By no means was this challenge the hardest I've done physically, but mentally it was a good battle to keep adding 1 each day, and to stick with something for 100 days is quite impressive. But now it's time for the results. Have I noticed any visual changes? And the answer, to be honest, is no. There's many reasons that could be the case because of this, such as obviously I was training in the gym as well. I was also training for my marathon, which obviously put a lot of demand and volume on me. So there's a lot of things that could contribute to why I don't see any physical change. I mean, my body weight also stayed the same as well. So whether I just needed to eat even more than I was, that could be the case. But let me know what you guys think as to why I haven't really noticed any difference. However, visual changes aside, my push-ups did get much better, and I can now confidently do about 50 in one sitting, whereas beforehand it was about 35 before I hit failure. Right, the plan was to keep doing this for 365 days. However, due to not great results, and obviously it is quite a hard challenge, as well as doing my work in the gym as well, I'm not too sure whether I'm going to continue. Another thing that's kind of scuppered my progress is for the past 2 weeks I've struggled with a shoulder injury. This wasn't due to my push-ups. I did have a bike crash, and so my shoulder is all bruised and very sore at the minute, and I had limited range of motion. But it is on its way to recovery, so let me know if you guys want me to get back on the challenge after it's fully recovered, or if you think there's a different challenge or another way to structure this that would make it possible for me to see better gains. So that's it. Add in 1 push-up every day for 100 days, and the results, to be honest, weren't pretty impressive. Let me know if you guys think otherwise, and other recommendations of challenges or training methods I should try out on this channel. Thank you for watching.